Hey, Vishal.
Hello?
Hey, nice to hear from you.
Hey, Lisa. I know, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm yeah, no, great hearing from you too. Also well, I was talking to a friend, Isabel. I'm sure she's listening now, so hello, Isabel. Um yeah, no, I've yeah, life's been great, these past couple months.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah, yeah, no, I just got off of an excellent play and first play that I've done in I think 2 years, and it just is very different from, say the sort of commercial stuff that I do here in Hollywood.
The
I
play the
just
play was in LA?
actually it was in Atlanta.
Oh.
Um, yeah, yeah, and I played a professional wrestler, which kind of a middle school dream come true, which was excellent as well. But
Oh, nice.
yeah, 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 it was fantastic. And now I'm off. I'm done with the play, and yeah, this has always been yeah, it's always been a very interesting kind of. I've never done well with transitions, and my life, like especially career-wise, it's just full of transitions, different, coworkers, different jobs, which means different financial decisions, and yeah, I guess yeah, it's been about a week or so, and I've been having a bit of trouble, like, well, trusting life, I guess, because yeah, there's no how do you say, there's no next step, that's visible.
Yeah.
Um, and I was just, yeah, yeah, I wanted
So,
to kind of talk that out.
so just be aware that this is
Mm,
on the human level, this question.
mm,
So the human feels unsettled. So
mm,
thoughts of not being settled, of not knowing what's coming next. And then the person thinks about how to sort that out, how to fix that. And notice that there's also something beyond the human that's experiencing that. And it's not really that you can notice it, but there is consciousness, there is a presence that knows everything. Can you sense that there is something conscious of you feeling like you've got to trust, or feeling like you're a little lost, or feeling a little discomfort with the transition? There is something that knows that now. There's something that's conscious of that person that's thinking that. It's not the person that's conscious.
mm.
And that consciousness is also conscious of my voice and conscious of the whole room. And it's so intimate, it's not separate from the appearances. So it's not separate from my voice. My voice is the consciousness. And the human, so on the human level, you look for your stability and you look for your safety in life. And you maybe feel alone. Like when you travel, it can be quite lonely. But notice that who you truly are isn't separate from anything. So your company is everything that's arising. Your companion is yourself. It's the movement of my tones of voice. It's the light in the room. It's the window. It's the stillness of the air. It's the sounds. And that's your true companion. Then the person on the human level has this feeling and thinks it's something I have to do in time. I have to relax myself. I have to change my job. I have to work on old thoughts or habits. I have to do something in order to be free. And that's okay. The person can do things. That's what the person does. But the true freedom is who you are, which is creating now, which is free now. And the person, if it's suffering and uncomfortable, it can acknowledge where it feels uncomfortable, where it feels its feelings, what it truly wants. But it's not in your feelings or thoughts that you become free. So we can now step in the human. So on the human level, in the visual world, what is it that you want right now?
I don't ever want to have to worry about money again.
Yeah.
In this moment, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and where do you feel that feeling of discomfort about money?
Right now it's the throat and yeah, primarily the throat. I think a little bit in the how do you say, the pelvic area, like root chakra kind of thing, but mostly the throat.
Now I want you to imagine that you've got infinite money. That you don't have to worry about money. That you have endless money coming in. Endless money. That you can do anything you want. You don't have to produce work in order to get money. You don't have to put effort in order to get money. You don't have to rely on you to produce your safety and your security. And what happens in you when you say that you have endless money? Is there resistance, or is the settling like an opening?
Yeah, my body just kind of turned to jelly, and then just a
Yeah.
deep exhale. Yeah, it was.
All suffering comes from mind. You're allowed to believe you have infinite money, and that will profoundly affect your life, because life works on vibration and energy. It will affect your action, it will affect, on the human level, it'll affect your action, and it will also affect others. You are allowed to feel safe and secure with money. You are safe and secure with money. There is nothing
Yeah.
you need to worry about.
Now here comes the resistance.
Yeah.
It's yeah, I think, yeah, for the moment, I kind of gave myself permission to feel it for the moment, but as far as like a permanent staple, like taking it throughout the day or the week or the month, year, lifetime, that's where, yeah, I started to feel the resistance coming.
And what would you prefer to believe? That in the future you're safe or unsafe with money?
Safe.
So why not give yourself that? What does it matter? Why do you have to think that you'll be unsafe? It's ultimately not something you can do, because you don't have freedom to choose what you think or don't think. But just in this conversation, it can change the energy that is producing the thoughts. Sometimes in some bizarre way we want to have these problems. You can feel something that wants to believe it's unsafe and wants to try and find safety in time. It's not even wants to in a pleasurable way, it's like an addiction to it. It's like a pull to it.
Yeah, like a pull to the drama of it.
Yeah, like it gives you something to do.
Mm-hmm.
Life is vibration. It's all about what you think that then creates actions and then moves the body to interact and do certain things. If you feel rich, you will be rich. If you feel poor, you will be poor. Even if you're a multimillionaire, it doesn't matter. You can feel it now. You know what I'm saying, because you can feel that when you tell yourself you're rich, you feel love and you feel rich. It's all about love. And that's who you are. This is a Tantra practice. Who you are when you stop seeking is love. So it's actually who you are begins to shine through in these moments. When you stop seeking and looking in time and believing that you're lackful and don't have, then your essence begins to peer out. And your essence is emptiness, which means that it's free from anything that happens. But it's also love, fullness. You're allowed to be rich. You're allowed to not have problems. You're allowed to love money, to enjoy money, to spend money.
And that's regardless of, it seems like the resistance is coming from, I don't know, kind of a parental, familial, societal kind of messages that I've always received.
Yeah.
In all that.
And that's the way it will act out. It's the way that you've been taught. Your relationship to money will be the way you've been taught, and then your experience of money will be the way that you've been taught. It's not true.
And how do I release that then? Oh.
Because we're doing it. Just this. Just this. As your vibration begins to move to love. So on the human level, even though it's ultimately not your action, because you do not do, because there is no you, it's a happening, but it appears like you're doing. So on the human level, the thoughts come up of negativity around money and fear around money, and you just move them to what you want to feel. It's a reconditioning. And then it's like a momentum. It will affect the way you see money, which will then affect the way you receive money, and it will change the energy in dance.
I feel it in this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, just getting lighter and more, tingly even.
Yeah. And that's to do with the human becoming more balanced, so the human feels more positive chemicals. And then it's that you stop seeking, so then your essence begins to shine through. There's like when you're seeking, it's not like you've disconnected from your essence, because you can't really disconnect from your essence, but it feels like you do. You focus on lack, and you focus on time, and you focus on separation, and as that begins to dissipate, then this wholeness, this intimacy with things reappears. The wonder of, like when you were a child, that this is magic, not logic. And practice,
it seems like once that's...
And practice on the human level, another suggestion would be practice positivity. What are you telling people? What are your conversations? Are your conversations all about worry? Like I naturally now, because I've been in this subject for so many years, and I naturally do a lot of very positive things. Like I sing a lot with my dog, which is very joyful, and throughout the day that's producing joy and positivity in my body. I do dances, which produces positivity, and most of the time I want to engage in positive conversations. Obviously sometimes you have to engage in negative conversations, and I look for that and I highlight that when I'm with other people, their positive actions and my positive actions, rather than highlighting negative actions. And this has become more of an intuitive thing. I started doing it with my ex-boyfriend Roger. When I first started living with him, I thought that he was a little simple because he was so positive about things. I thought he was a little bit stupid. and then I saw the benefits of it. I'd like see a disastrous situation and interpret it as positive, and I would be like, well, that's a way better way to do things. Like, so he would always, even like, he wouldn't be stupid as in like dangerous, but he would always interpret it for the positive. So I remember one time he wrote off the car, like an animal ran in front of him and he wrote off the car, and the whole car got squashed, and he was really lucky that he didn't get squashed as well. I was nearly in the car with him, which would have killed me because that passenger side got really squashed. And he wrote off the car, and I remember one of the first things he said is, "That's fantastic. I've been wanting a new car." And he had very good insurance on that car, so he got a very good car after that.
Oh, good on him.
Yeah, like, so this is after, you know, like, and that was 3 years of living with him, so it has an effect. You know, somebody else's positivity has a huge effect. I was lucky to live with him for those years, because and at first I remember thinking, because of English, and we're very negative as English people, I thought, you know, he's a bit stupid, and it was me that was stupid. Yeah, it's really beautiful, and I began to over time, you know, begin to interpret situations that way myself. So everything was about growth. Even if it was, you know, like my finger fell off, I would look at it in a positive way, that it taught me something, it gave me something, it added something to me. This is very healthy on the human level. This is different from waking up, but this often happens in the human as they're waking up. But this isn't about you waking up, because you don't wake up. Lisa didn't wake up, because who wakes up? But on the human level, this is really a good thing to do. This isn't talking about being ignorant and denying the way you feel. You recognize the way you feel, and then you're consciously trying to recondition that. So it's not a denial. You recognize it. So you get these positive people that do affirmations, and I sometimes feel that their mistake is they don't recognize their base feeling first of all, so they're just being fake in a way.
Yeah, they're trying to like push down like a cesspool of negativity with positive.
Yeah. And that's not what I'm suggesting. I'm suggesting the recognition of it, and then this recognition, this acceptance. So seeing it's not you, so you accept if you feel darkness or hatred, and then you ask what it is you want. I want more money, and you allow that positivity in. And it's a practice of when it happens again and again and again, and it will change. You know, 2 years of doing that, and you'll notice a huge difference.
Yeah, even now there is some negativity, but like it's seen, you know, it's not being ignored, but like there is space for the positive as well.
Yeah.
You know? Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I miss our talks. This is fantastic. I hope I've been at least maybe not as respectful as the other guy, but you know.
No, you've been super respectful. I appreciate that.
Good.
I really appreciate that.
Fantastic. Well, enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
this has been wonderful.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
All right. Lots of love.
Lots of love. Bye.
Bye.
Nice. I love this subject. You see, this is the positive thing, but it naturally happens in my personality now. I'm doing this a lot of the day. Like I do my little dances, I eat my banana. It's very good to eat banana. Bananas produce endorphins and serotonin. Very good. Everybody eat bananas. Bananas are a very good thing to eat. And then you can call yourself a banana. I am a banana. And not take yourself seriously. I am a banana. Yeah. I did used to have a banana song, but I've forgotten it. Most of the time my song is, I got a E, ooh, a ooh, E, ooh, a ooh. And in French, EC means here. So Khaleesi is called Khaleesi. So I'm singing it to Khaleesi. So Khaleesi gets the songs. And I got an E, so EC, that part of her name. EC, I often call her EC, which is actually here. So I've got a here and an oo. Ooh means nothing. So I've got a here and an ooh, a here and ooh, a here, a ooh. And then I walk around the house going like this, and she loves it. She's like, boo, 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 boo. She gets very excited. She does this thing with her legs where she's like, I also exercise. So I do 2 walks a day. This is very positive and producing endorphins. I do 2 vigorous walks a day with Khaleesi, sometimes 1 if somebody else is here to walk her. Sometimes I might just do 1 big bicycle ride. So at the beginning and the end of the day, I do my walking with Khaleesi, which is a really positive thing to do. There's lots of positive things I do. I'm very appreciative of my life. Like I say out loud how much I appreciate just the simple things of my life, like the sunlight coming in the window, the breeze or the view, the trees, the nature. And I say it to whoever I speak to Khaleesi. And I actually mean it now. It feels really genuine from me. But I'm sure in the beginning I faked it, but I can't remember. Like I faked it as in like I pushed more towards that. But I just began to see it and naturally began to happen. Like the human level, like God is in the detail. It's not in the future. It's not in the big grandeur of being this or being that. It's in the detail of what's happening. Whatever it is. Okay, we're coming to the end of the talk now.